Scandinavia and Germany and perhaps other places too, there is a convention that when you're at a dance event, you dance not one, but two dances with each partner. And I can imagine that at a very small local dance where you know everyone and you have definitely plenty of time to dance with everyone, maybe it's polite if you dance twice with everyone, in case you might dance a few times with everyone, apart from the unpopular people. You only give them one dance. Or even just to the end of the dance that's currently played, and so they feel they're being left out. That won't happen if there's a two-dance convention. I can see that could help, but at a massive swing dance event like Harang, where there are hundreds and hundreds of people, I think this rule should be scrapped. One night I got so frustrated with the two-dance convention that I made this badge. You see what it says? Tonight you get one dance with me. And I pinned it to the front of my shirt, and I went into the biggest of the dance floors, the dance banan, and I just asked all the wallflowers to dance one after the other. And every single one, when I drew their attention to the badge and explained it, they all took it with good grace. I got to dance with far more partners than I would have otherwise that evening, and I had a really good time. Leonard Westerland, one of the guys who runs the camp, during one of the evening meetings asked, who here is offended if you only get one dance? And quite a few hands went up. I think maybe a third of the people in the room, but then about a third of the people in the room are Swedish. The rule says that they should expect a second dance out of politeness, so if they don't get one, that's an offence. But if the rule didn't exist, there would be no offence. A lot of the foreigners at the camp, even some people who've been going there for years, don't know that the rule exists, and they keep accidentally offending people. Well, that wouldn't happen if there were no rule. Now, I've got to stress now that in Britain and other places where there is no such rule, it doesn't mean that you have to dance only one dance. If you want to dance two dances, you may. And in fact, if you want to compliment someone on their dancing, you can have a second dance, and then that second dance actually means something. It's a genuine compliment rather than just one born out of politeness. In Sweden, I might ask someone during a dance, so you think, you get to the end of that dance, is that one dance or is that only half a dance? Better dance the next one and call that the first dance, and then, oh, there's the second one for politeness, and then if I want to compliment her on the dancing and say, oh, can we have one more? I've got to dance 4 dances with her, effectively, to be polite in Sweden, or be complimentary. I want everyone to feel they can get a dance with me. I want every beginner to feel perfectly happy to come over to me and ask me for a dance. One dance. That's fine. I will dance one dance with anyone. In fact, if you book me for your camp, to come and teach at your camp, you can write it into my contract that I dance, as long as it's only a moderate-sized camp, I dance one dance with every woman there. It's perfectly doable. People are going to be much less shy to ask for a dance if this convention doesn't exist, because if you're asking for a small thing, that's easy. If you're asking for a big thing, that's a little bit harder. So there are the beginners who are not sure about asking the people who are really good, really experienced to dance, and so they don't, knowing that the experienced person is sort of obliged to give them 2 dances. And similarly, the haughty, lofty, experienced dancer who doesn't want to dance with beginners, he will see this beginner coming over to ask him to dance, and will think, oh no, I don't want to be stuck with a beginner for 2 whole dances. And so he's enormously more likely to refuse. If going to the cinema were twice as expensive as it actually is now, would you go half as often? I put it to you, you'd go less than half as often. You'd think, oh, that's really pricey, I'll just wait for it to come round on telly. So if you massively reduce the cost of asking and accepting dances, people are far more likely to ask for and accept dances. And that's what you want at a good swing dance camp. You want everyone to be asking everyone to dance and having loads of fun. I want to dance with as many partners as I can possibly get in my short time at a swing dance event. And the 2-dance convention means that I dance with, at the absolute most, half the number of partners that I would otherwise dance with. Oh, and there's also that horrible awkward moment with the 2-dance rule where you've had one dance and then you're looking in their eyes, and are they expecting a second dance? Are we hearing to the convention? Are we not doing? You get rid of that horrible awkward moment if you just get rid of the 2-dance convention.